Mouth. Okay, mouth. 28. All mouth, no trousers. Someone who talks boastfully but doesn't follow through with their actions. For example, he's always bragging about his skills, but he's all mouth and no trousers. Someone who says they will do a lot, but they actually don't do much at all. And there's another one similar, which is talk is cheap. Another idiom. It means the same thing. People might say that they're going to do a lot, but then they don't end up performing. 29. Bite your tongue. And this means to stop oneself from saying something potentially rude or inappropriate. For example, I had to bite my tongue during the argument to avoid making things worse. 30. Give someone a taste of their own medicine. To treat someone the same way they've treated others, especially when they've been unkind or unfair. For example, she's always criticizing others. It's time to give her a taste of her own medicine. 31 is to speak with a forked tongue, and this means to speak deceitfully or say things that are untrue. I can't trust him. He speaks with a forked tongue. 32. Mouth-watering. Very appealing or appetizing, and it's usually used to describe food. So this is idiomatic in nature. For example, the menu had so many mouth-watering options, it was hard to choose. Put your foot in your mouth. This means to say something embarrassing or tactless. I really put my foot in my mouth when I asked her about her ex-boyfriend. Shoot your mouth off. This means to speak without thinking carefully about what one is saying, often resulting in trouble. For example, he got into trouble for shooting his mouth off about the boss. 35. To have a sweet tooth. And this means to enjoy eating sweet foods. For example, I have a sweet tooth, so I always have dessert after dinner. Tooth and nail. This means with all your energy and effort. She fought tooth and nail for her promotion. The next category is eyes. 37 is eagle eyes, and this means sharp or keen eyesight. She spotted the mistake with her eagle eyes. 38. In the blink of an eye. This means very quickly or instantly. For example, the thief disappeared in the blink of an eye. 39 is eyes are bigger than one's stomach, and it means that you order too much food or you take too much food to eat, and you say, I loaded my plate, but my eyes were bigger than my stomach. 40 is to see eye to eye, and this means to agree with someone. For example, we don't always see eye to eye on politics. 41 is to turn a blind eye, and this means to ignore something deliberately, especially something wrong. For example, the manager turned a blind eye to the employee's tardiness. And tardiness means when you don't show up often or you don't show up on time. So maybe for example, your teacher at school might turn a blind eye to you and your classmate whispering in class. They might just ignore it. 42. To have eyes in the back of one's head. This means that you seem like you are aware of everything that is happening around you. For example, she must have eyes in the back of her head to know what we're doing. 43 is to keep an eye on, and this means to watch or monitor closely. For example, could you keep an eye on the kids while I make dinner? 44 is feast your eyes on, and this means to look at something with great pleasure or admiration. Feast your eyes on this stunning sunset, or feast your eyes on that glorious roast dinner. 45 is the apple of one's eye, and this means someone or something that is cherished above all others. For example, her grandchildren are the apple of her eye, and this is quite a sweet one. It means that that person adores those people. 46 is to see the world through rose-tinted glasses, and this means you have a cheerful or optimistic view of things. She sees the world through rose-tinted glasses, always expecting the best. Hands. 47 is caught red-handed, and this means to be caught in the act of doing something wrong or illegal. For example, he was caught red-handed stealing money from the cash register. It means you're caught while you're actually doing the thing rather than afterwards. 48. Get your hands dirty. This means to become involved in physical work or activities, especially those that are messy or require effort. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty and help with the construction. This can also be used figuratively. So imagine you have a director at a company and he is responsible for directing the team, but you could also say, oh yeah, the director, he's not afraid to get his hands dirty. He also gets involved with sales calls with the team and also even does some of the delivery too. So that's a more figurative example. 49 is to give someone a hand, and this means to help someone. For example, can you give me a hand with sharing this video with someone that would enjoy it? It helps the channel grow. Thanks very much. And 50 is to have your hands full. This means you're very busy or occupied with something. For example, I have my hands full with filming videos and editing them and my learning community online, which I hope you will join. And so I have my hands full. What do you have your hands full with? Let me know in the comments. 51 is to wash one's hands of something. And this means to disclaim responsibility for something, to refuse to be involved any longer. For example, after the project failed, he washed his hands of the whole affair. 52 is to be in good hands, and this means to be under the care or protection of someone capable or trustworthy. For example, don't worry, you're in good hands with our experienced team. 53 is to be hands-on, and this means to actively participate in something, especially by doing practical work rather than just giving directions. So yeah, similar to getting your hands dirty, this means you're actively involved and really quite direct, but also working with the person on the task. For example, he's a hands-on manager who likes to be involved in every aspect of the project. Okay, so if you enjoyed this, please do consider sharing it with a friend. It helps the channel grow. I really appreciate it. And also click the link in the description to get this worksheet and download it, keep it forever and study it. Take care.